Hello everyone, this is Azam sir. Welcome back. As midterm exams are nearer, it means it's a burden time for the student. This video will be really helpful for the students of 5th to 12th standard. In this video, I have tried to summarize 16 chapters of English grammar. By using their structures and formulas, I hope so you can solve any examples which will come in your exam. So student, without wasting our time, we can start or we can proceed towards our video. Number one topic what we have to revise today is what? Tense. This topic is really important for the student of 5th to 12th standard. As we know that student, there are main three types of tense: present tense, past tense and future tense. But as we know that we never get the question on direct present tense or past tense or future tense. On their subtypes questions are in there. So of each topic there are four subtypes of tenses. Like present tense is there, so simple present, present continuous, present perfect and present perfect continuous, like that is there students. So like the 12 topics we have to summarize. So first of all we will go towards number one, simple present tense. But before going to start this any tense students, let me explain it to you some tricks that while solving then any example of tense you have to keep it in your mind. That in any tense student, that subject part and object part will remain unchanged. It means that we will not change any word in answer while we are writing subject or object. We will write as it is. Okay, and few tricks you have to follow student. If at the last of any instructions continuous word is there, it means that you have to add verb ing. At the last any perfect tense is there, so at that time we have to write verb third form. Okay, these things you have to keep it in your mind. Now without wasting time, number one, simple present tense. So one structure you have to follow student, only three words it will come in simple present tense: subject, after that verb first form known as root word known as main form of the verb, and third word it will come object. In present continuous tense, tricks you have to follow. Continuous, it means that verb ing. So look at that: subject, after that helping verb am, is, are, in that any one proper you have to use. Okay, by using singular and plural word. After that verb ing, at last object will be there. Third one, present perfect tense. Here also one trick is there. Perfect one means what? Verb third form it will come. So look at that: present perfect tense, subject plus helping verb have or has. After using have or has, verb third form means known as a past participle of the verb, and at the last object it will come. Fourth one, present perfect continuous. At last again what word it came student? Continuous is there. It means that 100% we have to follow or we have to use verb ing in this answer. Then also look at the structure: present perfect continuous tense, subject, after that helping verb have been or has been. Okay, after that verb ing, and at last object will be there. So like that we have completed our complete present tense. Now we will go towards past tense, and topic number 5 we can say that simple past tense. Here also only three words we have to use: subject, after that verb second form. In whole English grammar one only structure is there, in that we can use only verb second form. Rest of that verb second form where we never used to do. So subject plus verb second form, after that object it will come. Okay, this is the structure of simple past tense. Now sixth number topic, past continuous tense. One more time, continuous there, so verb ing it will come. Look at that: what helping verb and what forms of verb we have to use. Subject, after that helping verb was or were, properly in that any one you have to use. After that verb ing it will come, and at the last object will be there. Seventh number topic student, past perfect. One of the important topic is there. Most of time if question is been there, so definitely a major chances what we can say that on past perfect tense question it will come. So look at the structure of past perfect tense. Seventh number topic is there. Subject, after that one only helping verb is there, had. Here no tension about the singular or plural word, because one only helping verb you have to follow. So directly you can use helping verb had. After using had, verb third form it will come, and at the last object will be there. Eighth one formula, past perfect continuous tense. Here also last word is what student? Continuous is there. It means that 100% what it will come? Verb ing form it will be there. Then also we will see the structure: subject, after that helping verb had been, verb ing form known as a verb fourth form, and at the last object will be there. Not third form, it will come ing form. Okay, ninth one topic, Here it means that here also we have completed the 4 subtypes of past tense. Now last topic is there in that future tense, and future tense also have converted into 4 subtypes of future tense. Topic number 9 you can see simple future tense. Here look at the structure: subject plus helping of shall or will in that any one, after that verb first form, and at last object it will be. 10th one topic future continuous tense. Continuous means I hope so now it been learned to you that verb ing form it will come. Then also look at the structure: subject, after that helping verb shall be or will be, properly you have to use in that any one word, after that verb ing it will come, and at the last object will be there. Now you can see student 11th one formula known as what? Future perfect tense. Perfect means verb third form it will be there. See the structure: subject, after that helping or shall have or will have, properly use it any one, after that verb third form, and the last object will be there. And 12th one formula, and this is the final one formula of future tense. Okay, here we are going to finish complete tense known as what? Future perfect continuous tense. Look at the structure: subject, after that helping verb, one of the biggest structure in English language, we can say that shall have been, will have been, after that verb ing, and at last object it will come. Rarely we can use in any sentence, but it's a topic student, so we have to perfect this one also now. Like that student, we have completed the tense. Now next topic what we have to summarize or what topic we have to study is what? Known as able to, unable to. Okay, it depend on the notice that what kind of instructions will be given it to you, means whether you have to convert into able to or into unable to. Okay, that you have to use properly. So we will study first one, able to. So while you're converting into any sentence into able to, what thing, how the structure it should be there, how your answer it should be there, look at the structure. First of all, we will start our sentence from subject. Okay, after that 5 helping verb are there, but in that any 100% you have to use. Which are they? Am, is, are or was, were. According to the group you have to use any one in that. It might be from am, is, are, or it might be from was, were. You will get to know about the complete rules, and I hope so I have explained it to you before only student. After that using helping verb able to it will come, after that verb first form, and at last object will be there. Let me repeat it now. Complete structure: subject, after that helping verb am, is, are or was, were, after that able to, verb first form, and at the last object will be there. Now like that only structure is there, but now unable to is there. What is the difference between able to and unable to? It's only about the positive and negative. If any sentence is of positive, it means that you have to convert into able to. If your sentence is negative, it means that you are converting into unable to. Okay students, so look at the structure of unable to. First of all, subject, after that helping verb am, is, are or was, were, in that any one particularly you have to use according to the rules. After that unable to it will come, after unable to verb first form will be there, and at last what it will come student? Object will be there. So like that we have completed the structure of able to and unable to. Next structure of use, used to. One of the rare topic is the student, but we don't have any what we can say that fixation that what topic it will come in the exams. It means that we have to study all. So use, used to, one of the easy format in English language. Just try to understand. First of all, what you have to use: subject it will be there, second number directly used to it will come. Use proper spelling of used to. Okay, USED TO2, and in the between of used and to, one small space it should be there student. So subject, after that used to, don't forget to add verb first form, and at last object will be there. Related to used to, another topic is there student: use would. Okay, so at that time what structure you have to follow? First of all, you have to use subject, after that helping verb would. After using helping verb would, verb first form will be there, and at last object will be there student. Like that we have completed used to and would. Now another important topic and little confused. Okay, this only topic is there like stat student. After lot of practice also, students are doing lot of mistake. I hope so this structure will be really important to you. This is going to be really important to you. Just look at that. Here topic name is what? So that or remove to. Sometime it will come in the name of use so that, or sometime it will come like that, remove to. Both are same meaning. Remove to, it means that you have to remove TOO and TO2 from the sentence, and so that means what? You have to use. Look at the structure. First of all, subject, after that helping verb or verb, in that any one word it will be there, so that's why I have underlined, student. So you have to see that what word you got in the sentence, whether it is helping verb or verb, but 100% in that any one word it will be there. So subject, after that helping verb or a verb, after that so it will come, after so adjective, adverb or object, in that any one word will be there, whatever it will come you have to write it down. Okay, after that it will come, after that another subject you have to add, after subject cannot or could not, according to the helping verb, according to the proper use of positive and negative, can or could, see that sentence is positive or negative, and according to that one just use not or remove not. At last object is there. Let me explain it to an easy way. Subject, after that helping verb or verb, plus so, plus adjective or adverb, plus that, after that subject, can, could, after that not, and at the last object will be the student. Like that, another one of the important topic and one of the compulsory topic from 5th to 12th standard student, known as what? Add question tag. Sometime it will come as a add question tag, sometime it will come as a add tag or as tail tag, in that any one name it will come. So what structure you have to follow? Look at the structure. While you are making the answer, student, first of all, given sentence as it is you have to write it. No changes, no spelling changes, as it is what it will come, write it down. So in structure what it is there, given sentence as it is, after that you have to add comma, after comma helping verb which it will come in the sentence, that only you have to write it. After that, see the sentence is positive or negative, it means that you have to add a first of not, after a first of not, subject it will be there, and at the last of the subject don't forget to add question mark, because add question tag, it means that this is the best, what we can say, the identification, that you have to add question mark at the last. If you're going to miss the question mark, so obviously your answer is going to be wrong, student, or it will consider as a wrong. After that, like that also, really a big importance to the topic is known as what? Exclamatory sentence. So look at the structure of exclamatory sentence, that you have to start your sentence from what a, what an and how, in that any one word you have to use, student. You will get to know from the rules only how you will get to know what means, from where you have to use what a, what an and how. But one thing is there, an exclamatory sentence, first of all you will write in that any one word, after that adjective, adverb or object, whatever word it will come, that only you have to write it. After that subject it will be there, after subject helping verb, and at last exclamation mark it will come. Don't forget to add exclamation mark. Okay, this sign is really important. If you are not going to add that one, it means that your sentence is wrong. Okay, next one topic is what, student? Though and although. Okay, one of the easy topic is there. Look at the structure. Sometime what it depend on the notice that what instruction is been there. Able means use though or use although, according to that one only we will study both one, but use proper spelling of though and although. Okay, thoughs though and although, it means that although. So consider now we are using though. So first of all we will start our sentence from though, after that though subject it will be there, after that helping verb, and after verb comma you have to add, because where you have to use add comma, student? In sentence you will get but, you have to remove but from the sentence, add it comma, after that remaining whatever sentence will be there as it is you have to write it. Now about the although, same thing is there, student, only changes in only name. Although we will start from the sentence with the although, after that subject, helping verb, object, after object that remove but from the given sentence, added comma, and after comma remaining whatever sentence will be remaining, that only you have to write it. Now student, one of the important group of topics are there, as soon as, no sooner than, hardly even. It's really confused to the student. In this video I have tried to give in the at least 99% correct structure. Okay, by using that structure easily you can solve any examples of as soon as, no sooner than, hardly when, and when. Look at that, as soon as. So while you are making as soon as, we will start our sentence from as soon as A it should be capital, as soon as, after that subject, after subject consider if in the sentence helping verb is there, use it, if not given there don't use it, that's why I have underlined it. Okay, means here exceptions are there. As soon as, subject, helping verb, object, after object comma, it's necessary, because wherever in the sentence full stop and on it will come, you have to add, because Where you have to add a comma, student? Where your second sentence will start at the place of that one. Okay, comma after comma, remaining sentence as it is. After that, no sooner than. This topic is really important and really confusing to the student. Look at the structure. Here also, student, we will start our sentence from no sooner. Look at that nose and it's capital here. No sooner, after no sooner. After no sooner, we have to use helping verb. Okay, in as soon as, on third number we are using helping verb, and in no sooner than on second number we are using helping verb. So take care about that one. Here only many students are doing the mistake. No sooner, after that helping verb, after helping verb subject, after subject object will be there, and you have to start your second sentence from than, not then. Look at the spelling THAN, than. After that, a remaining sentence you have to write it down. Look at the hardly when, the third one group of that topic, hardly when. Look at the structure. First of all, start your sentence from hardly. After hardly, one only helping verb you have to use in the sentence, that is only had. It means that sometimes instead of had, many helping verb will be given in the sentence. Whatever it is been coming, you have to remove from the sentence. In place of that, use only had. Okay, so hardly, after that helping verb had, after that subject, after subject verb third form. Here also you have to take care, student. Many students are doing mistake only here, because you are using in the sentence had. It means that you have to add verb third form. After verb third form, object, and after object, second sentence will start from when, and at the last of when, a remaining sentence will be there, student. Now second last topic of that group, use when. Here what changes we have to do? One of the easy structure is there. Start with when, after that subject, after that if in the sentence helping verb is given there, use it. If not given there, don't use it. That's why that underlined part is there, student. Means here exception is there. After that verb, after that object, second sentence will start from comma, after comma a remaining sentence will be there. Okay, student, now the final topic. That topics are really easy, just try to understand their meaning, and this topic it will come in the language study as well as. Okay, so infinitive. What is meant by infinitive, students? So infinitive means what? You have to write first of all to, and after to verb first form. It means that infinity or infinite. Gerund means what, student? Gerund means that what? Verb ing form. If in the sentence any verb you are getting at last of verb ing form is there, it means that it's a gerund form. After that, present participle. Present participle also what means, student? It means verb ing. And at last, past participle is there. Past participle means what, student? Verb second form. So like that way, student, we have completed all the topics, all 16 chapter we have revised here. This video is really going to be really important to you. Now it's total in your hand only, student. Revise it, practice it, and if you faces any problem, or if you're going to be face any problem in that, you can contact to me. Thank you, student. Take care. Bye.